Outgoing UK High Commissioner Nic Hailey has been vocal on the fight against corruption. We all know that. But away from his ambassadorial duties, did you know that the envoy retreats to his palatial Muthaiga home to quietly tend to his other duty, farming? Our very own Denis Otieno caught up with the outgoing High Commissioner to sample his hobby in this week's Smart Farm.
Nic Hailey first came to Kenya in 2004 as a tourist, but left a week later. 5 years ago, he was back, this time round as the United Kingdom ambassador to Kenya. Farming was, however, not part of the deal.
One, I grew up on a small holding farm in the UK, so I've always been interested in growing something with the land that I have. And the second thing is that my job as an ambassador, it's about bringing people together. It's about building relationships.
It is this rose garden at his official residence in Nairobi's Muthaiga estate that rekindled his love for farming. With flowers not doing well, he began growing various crops.
We plant beans to improve the soil. We also eat them, but they're the first part of our crop rotation. They leave the nitrogen in the soil. We've done very well with chard. We also have spinach over there, carrots. These are all cold season things now, but in the last part of the year, so January, February, we were harvesting watermelons, courgettes, those kinds of things. I think the thing that has done the most well, which I never knew before, is amaranth. I do all the digging here. I haven't got time to dig everywhere.
Okay.
But the cabbages are doing well this year. This is beetroot. So some of them are heirloom varieties, because people also like their food to look good. So this beetroot is a yellow one, for example. And this one here has these spiral rings in it.
Other crops grown here include potatoes, turnips and onions. But it has not been easy for Balozi.
Because the soil in Muthaiga is not great. There's a reason this was never an agricultural area of Nairobi. There's a lot of mold, there's a lot of mildew, and the soil is really not very good. So we spent 4 years just feeding the soil with manure.
For easy management of the crops, he has subdivided the close to half-an-acre farm into 44 plots. The envoy also has some livestock here.
And we only have a few cuckoos, but we use the waste from the cuckoos also to rot it down and to add nitrogen to the soil. So we have 3 hives of bees also. There's a lot of flowers in the garden. And we produce our own honey. We produce more than we need, so we give a lot of it away as gifts to our colleagues. We also render the beeswax from the combs to make furniture polish.
But Balozi is not alone. He manages the farm with the help of 3 staff employed at the residence.
I've never seen a Mzungu doing it in Kenya, especially envoys. I've never seen. So when he came and he started doing it, in fact, everybody was surprised. And by 5 o'clock, we'll find him here, watering his plant, or planting some of his plant, then going to the office at about 8 o'clock.
Nic says he has learned vital lessons in his farming venture. And even though all this is subsistence, he is proud to have fed over 4,000 people who visit this residence every year.
I always feel proud when I can serve people my own food from my own farm. And we've had the future King of England come to this house and eat with us. We have all the waziris from the UK who come to visit. They come and eat with us. And if we can give them something, and all the Kenyan VIPs as well, of course, if we can give them something from our own farm, then I feel proud.
But he reminds me of some unwanted guests.
But when we grow the fruits, it's all under netting because we have monkeys everywhere in this place, and they will harvest it for you if you don't harvest it yourself.
Even as he calls it a day, he has one last word for the government.
There's a lot of subsidised fertiliser being bought in this country, but there's also corruption in that sector. And my feeling is that farmers are not getting the full benefit of what the Kenyan government's trying to do there. So I really want to see some reforms in the agricultural sector.
He also hopes that the incoming envoy will keep the farming spirit here in Muthaiga alive. Denis Otieno, Smart Farm.